As well. There's a nice little backboard there for Aspire and Mirror to just punch each other into. Both immortality fields have been used first, Vicky, as Mirror and Sato go down.
Now, they have to deal with the immortality first, and because they were able to take care of that, Mirror is the first one to go down here, but being able to win in their favor, it's going to be the Gladiators that are going to send Defiant back to the spawn. A great start. Let's see what's the opportunity here. The teleporter's coming out. Here comes the two windows to face off. A window to your soul, but Aspire punches down Muse. He's out of this fight. That's the main tank out for the Gladiators, and look how much damage Space is taking. Mirror is popping off. Aspire trying to replicate that, but Mirror finding two here is going to get him a lot. Aspire now hearing me gets the uppercut, but the rest
just at the gates, it's going to be pretty easy for him to let it loose if Mirror can find a combo. There's the beat, engage, and the wall being used as well.
Honestly, yeah, because of that wall, actually, the sound barrier couldn't help out Defiant there. That was absolute game-changing. They can hold on to the photon barrier, but the Gladiators utilizing those ultimates without having to overextend. The Matrix is out the photon barrier to help Defiant utilize that for some extra space. Mirror's found the first pick here, so it's not looking so great for Defiant. They also won't have Lastro and that immortality field. They won't have the Ant Matrix, and currently the Gladiators are on a tear. It's a good thing at the desk, Jaws, they were able to opt for this prediction because the Gladiators are trying to carry that momentum into taking the Toronto Defiant, put a stop to their win streak. They take the first round 100-0. Initiate with, specifically on Sujay's sound barrier. But now going on, it's another round here. Here comes the Doofins flying in, and Mirror's found the first pick again, this time on Aspire. Really winning this trade. Sato's found Muse, but it doesn't matter. Defiant are going to already have to reset here, but the Gladiators are trying to overextend as much as they can against some of these ultimates. A team wipe. Mirror.
He's in trouble.
Oh, the snipe with the immortality field. It saves Sato. He was so close to dying right there. Mirror is diving in, and he got the Meteor Strike to reset. He's found on Sujay. That's huge here. That's both supports out, and the rest of Defiant can't deal with Mirror. This is such a big deal, because meanwhile, you have Birdring doing so much.
Even more.
Oh, no.
50% on the board already. Mirror goes for an aggressive push, but massive shatter.
Oh, they were so fixated on Mirror trying to go in for the flank. The shatter now landing through the Defiant, trying to go back to the spawn for some safety. The sound barrier. The Gladiators are trying to send it forward. They're getting so aggressive. I mean, was it worth here? They utilized the sound barrier. They utilized the shatter. They have the Defiant, the photon barrier from Hisu. They're trying to rotate through these ultimates smartly here because now the sound barrier is coming in and the Gladiators don't really have much to work with. Muse has already gone down and Moth is going to meet him back. Michelle finding two with the Diva Bomb. Sato's holding on to this shatter, and this is going to be necessary on trying to stall out the Gladiators because they have that 75% extra credit.
Like two people.
He came in from the heavens and thought he had a plan and then got shut down. I mean, he got Space, but then Space got him right back after he got out of the stun from the shatter. Meanwhile, Mirror trying to pressure out Aspire, who has that Riptire. Lastro trades that by finding Mirror in the two with the rip. Yeah, Jaws, Shu and Birdring going down is huge because now the Gladiators, despite them having 85%, the Defiant are going to be trickling in.
Beautiful Riptide from Aspire. They knew it was just whipping around in the air. 95%. Mirror's going to go in again as he jumps straight on the supports. Lastro's already dead.
And he starts that engagement with the sound barrier too. That's going to enable Mirror, and now with overtime ticking away, the Defiant, they take control, but not for long with the Gladiator. But they're not finding these picks as quickly as they need. Aspire has finally found Shu. That means the immortality field won't be a threat. But look at this. Hisu doing so much damage. Somebody needs to stop the Symmetra. That's when it's mostly lethal, when this fight is going on for way too long.
Yeah, OT's going to tick down any moment as well. Defiant are going to find the cap on the point. Lastro kills off Moth, and there we go. Defiant taking a round off of the Gladiators. That was a fantastic beat, by the way.
The moment they get into that situation, Space takes a lot of damage. He's already been demexed, but with Shu having the Ant Matrix, that was the green light for the Gladiators to not give up just yet. Michelle gets a quick 2K, but he gets pinned by Muse, who's about to have the shatter, by the way, and if he lives through his immortality field, he could get it.
What a lamp. That actually saved. Ever so narrowly, Muse was going to go down. The lamp actually saved him. A nice connection there from Mirror to stop Sato Charge actually connecting. Ansujay uses the beat to try and go back in.
Oh, Muse comes right back in. He not only finds his fire, but he lets it rip with the shatter. The sound barrier from Ansujay, but Defiant now won't be.
That's a lot of damage.
They're finding these big. Sato finding 3 right now. Being able to help with that sustainability from the Defiant looked really good, but when you have the Gladiators, specifically Mirror, pressuring. That was going to be Muse in Space. Yeah, Moth, though, with the sound barrier. He gets called out by the Diva Bomb, though. The Gladiators have the immortality field, but with losing Birdring, Aspire is going to be on a tear. actually gets shut down by Space, but now the Diva Bomb coming in, he wasn't a tier, pressuring those backlines, and Michelle was right there to help heal. Keep the rest of Toronto Defiant in this fight here. Hisu's gonna get that follow-up onto Muse, dealing so much damage. Look how big Hisu's beam is, by the way. So now they have to consider the fact that these turrets are already gonna be set up on the point too. Actually just back off the moment those ults were called. Here comes Aspire though with the Meteor Strike 2. It's gonna be a double Meteor Strike reset. The Shadow we already saw used by Sato, and he's found Shu too with the pin. So the Defiant, despite finding these picks, they're losing heads way quicker than the Gladiators because Burberry has already gotten set up. That teleporter had allowed those turrets to get set right through, and they're repositioning. They have to deal with Ansu-J though, who's been quite a pesky pest to deal with, and Burberry's turret does the job.
Transferred into ult charge, another quick TP up. Oh my god, they're still going!
Oh, in the room,
big beat
funneled in for the Shatter. It's a sandwich, and talk about big Diva Bomb. Instead, finding 4 Space absolutely on fire, focusing down to on a lot of these isolated heads of the Toronto Defiant. Overtime ticking away, but these Symmetra turrets, not only are they going to be dealing so much damage, but now the Gladiators have control over this space. You see Sato just trying to desperately force his way into this choke point. Aspire's found Burgering, but the rest of Defiant are nowhere to be found. The Gladiators now take control over map number 1, and they're going to be up.
Brink's been changed ever since then, and a little bit more slow pace now without Goats. Oh, Hisu? That's unlucky. Sato's dead as well. Kevster just runs him over. That might just be first point, Vicky, to be honest with you. Last row's dead also. Oh, dearie me.
No.
That was an aggressive. Pushed all the way back. Kev's got Pulse Bomb online, Vicky. Looks like he wants to get the back line.
I see Kevster getting that stick with the Pulse Bomb, dealing so much damage, and the rest of the Gladiators are diving in, talking about Mirror and Kevster. This DPS synergy that we're seeing shine through while Mirror tears up everybody from the Defiant from the high ground. Meanwhile, yeah, Kevster just speed running their way. And it's going to be put onto Muse. He's taking a nap, but he just got woken up. Meanwhile, Sato is going ape crazy. Call it Ape-a-toe, call it Monkey Madness, I'm not too sure here. Aspire getting that stick on the Pulse Bomb onto Skewed. He's out of this fight. Defiant's still holding their ground really well. Despite losing last row right there, you still have Ansun-J to help you. Gladiators, they've lost Shu. Skew's going to have the rally, but this is a great start for the Defiant to at least get some momentum in their favor.
Yeah, no, but there's no way you lose to Baby Diva. Oh my god, he lost to Baby Diva.
No,
Aspire.
no,
They're going to be able to retouch. Space has mech soon.
He's
One
going
more
to
point
get
will
mech.
do it. He's 2 HP. Oh, he couldn't get him. He was afraid there if he hit the remech key because your animation is idle.
Rally that he's using right now, but the Defiant can't really find an opening. They want to get a first pick, but it's them who have been picked off first. Big ante onto Asek and Ansun-J.
Big
Latro's
EMP.
out. EMP finding 3. Mirror is going to be able to get Ansun-J though, and a huge Pulse Bomb onto Aspire, getting a 3K. Aspire holding it down on the front lines for the Defiant. There's only so much
Defense.
The Nana boost now. Sato has that primal for a quick reset, but everybody's followed into the side here, and Defiant has found 2 already. Great look. The Gladiators have no support, and the rest of Defiant can finally take this first point. Although here, Jaws, look at this. Look at their time bank in comparison to the speed run that we literally just saw from the Gladiators.
Yeah, 5:33 versus.
He has the rest of the Gladiators to back him up, and they also have the rally too. Big ante, but Aspire landing that Pulse Bomb so accurate with these Pulse Bombs. I want to see the accuracy on this because he's been absolutely...
5 to get the touch back. There you go. Space comes in, but they're walking straight into an EMP. It hits 2. Skewed and Shu need to die right now.
And Skewed is even ante too, and Skewed still doesn't get focused down. Both supports are still alive for the Gladiators for right now, but here comes the grab from Aztec. They need to try to get something done, but Aspire finding 2, another headshot compilation of Aspire. You can just make a combo video with Aspire, just being able to pop off Sato 2 to back on them up. Defiant, they're trying, despite being able to see that time back. They're not deflated here, Jaws. They take the round despite safely. Toronto Defiant here with the nano boost. They're gonna match that with the Gladiators having Shu and nano boosting Muse, but he's gone to sleep and Mirror's gone out of this fight. Aztec finding him here. Now being able to have so much charge deal, so much damage. It's going to be so much space for the Defiant too. They're going to be able to hold here on this point, get right into it. They want to try to take it as quickly as possible because Jaws, they're running out of time with less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, they killed Space to get the space. They have the EMP at their disposal as well. Gladiators, I think for them, the game plan right now is just to build ults for second. They know their Defiant are only going to have just over 30 seconds to actually engage. No. Okay, Muse jumps back in.
point, but they got to deal with him eventually if they want to get any progress on this point, because he's still contesting, and because he's in that duplicate, he's going to be hefty to deal with. The Gladiators lost space too, and the overtime is ticking away. The Gladiators have some tools to work with now with this rally shoes coming up with this nano boost, but the Toronto Defiant, they have the EMP, they have to deal with Hisu, they also have to deal with Aspire with these pulse bombs, consistently finding picks with them. Toronto Defiant are looking so great now that they've been able to spread the Gladiators thin. It was looking grim here, but Jaws, now there's nobody left for the Gladiators to contest on this point.
All right, sick. Mira's coming back in on the Doom. He's not going to survive long, but still manages to take Sato with him. There's only about 20% to go for the Defiant in order to cap. And they're still managing to stall. Muse dies. That should be it. Yeah. There we go. Defiant. They're going to cap second point.
Terrorizing the backline, and they finally put him to sleep. It's Lastro who deals with them. They dive in on him. They don't let him get away because Mir was absolutely just getting away with murder, pressuring those backlines, and that's what happens when you have Sombra, when you have Tracer. Sato could try to get out to those high grounds. He gets antied, and now the Primal's being popped, and they have to try to get on the point. The Gladiators haven't even been able to take the second point, but they're still trying to spread the Defiant thin by wearing them out in these backlines.
Oh, yeah, okay, there you go, finally. Make it work. That was a really nice follow-up by the Gladiators there, helping Mirror out. As soon as he got slept to the backline,
down or something, because now the rally isn't activated. Gladiators are trying to hold on. The duplicate from Mirror, it's going to be Onsunjae answering that right back with Toronto Defiant trying to stay in this fight. They've lost Lastro. Aztec has the grab, but the rest of Gladiators now have found both of the supports for the Defiant. They're utilizing this time in their favor. They're trying to take this point home. They want to get to match point here, Jaws, and so slowly but surely, the Defiant, they're trickling in and trickling out of this map.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way right now they actually managed to touch or contest. No, there we go.
In the series, they're doing a really good job, even with that little time bank. They still got to deal with these high ground positions. I mean, someone's got to deal with both Space and Mirror. They were able to find both of the tanks from the Defiant, and now they're trying to funnel the rest of the team over to that room. They found both of the supports, and this is just a sad life here. Defiant, they were trying to work together and stay close up together, but because of that, the Gladiators just ripped them apart.
Oh, God, like, he wants to generate a charge, obviously, for the Zarya, but look how defensively he's playing. No. And that's a nice little double kill from Mirror. Well, this keeps happening, Vicky, by the way, as well. Defiant end up pushing forwards, and Mirror just walks to the back line, rather leisurely strong.
He tries to get the sticky with the pulse bomb, uncharacteristic as he doesn't land it onto Skewed, and now with Laster going down, that's a nano boost that won't be in this fight for the Toronto Defiant. Seeming a little weird here with the Defiant are playing pretty spread out, but it's because the Gladiators just aren't really giving them the ability to focus down on one person here. Muse and Space have each individually found one from Defiant, and now Defiant have less than 30 seconds to completely take that first point.
Yeah, and this could be the match win here as well, Vicky. The Gladiators, if they find a good offense.
Onsunjae also has the rally too, trying to get that armor up for the rest of Defiant. Lastro has a nano boost here. Sato is already activating the Primal. They're finding these picks. They found Muse first. That's huge here. But look at the Gladiators and these ultimates. Oh, Gefster having to force that recall as he was about to fall off the map. The grab now trying to be the nail in the coffin. If Aztec could find Mirror, he does. That's been the biggest threat onto the Defiant's backline. But now they have to deal with Kevster, who's been just as much as a threat. There's nobody left here, Jaws. The Defiant can't get onto this team. You can already see how he's going to hold forward, get the follow from Muse. Space is taking so much damage, though. He got a little overzealous at the same time, Jaws, and now they're trying to trickle into this room. Everyone's so low, but take a look at the Defiant. There's nobody left. It's just Aspire, and he's not going to be able to live long enough for the rest of the Gladiators to finally get this payload. They don't even need to get it moving because the Toronto Defiant couldn't even get it out of the garage.
Yeah, LA Gladiators find the dub 3-0. And Vicky, they keep themselves in contention as well for the Summer Showdown. They entered today 1